Welcome back to the next video. In this one, we're going to talk about another app that's called SMS Bump. So this app, we use it so that we can recover lost sales. So people abandon the carts for whatever reason. They get busy, they see maybe the shipping price, they get distracted. I mean, whatever, so many different reasons. Only about best case scenario, 5% of the people actually check out. So you're going to actually have a lot of abandoned carts or a lot of abandoned carts that we need to try to win back. Okay, so we're going to use an app called SMS Bump. Once you've installed it, and you're going to have to add some balance to it. Usually the customer is the one that has to do this. We recommend just adding $20, or it could be 50 to start off with, but then have it replenish automatically every time it falls below $20. Unless you have a lot of volume, you can always upgrade that to, like, let's say every $100 it could replenish. All right, but $20 should be good. Now, once you install it, you got to do we got to do some customization in the settings in order for everything to be legal, to collect emails, and to be able to market to them. So for that, you're going to want to go down here to where it's not showing up. There it is. Okay, knowledge base. So when you click here, you just click on it. It's going to hold on. It's going to look like this. So if you scroll down to installation and compliance, it's going to give you all the directions. I'm not going to go through how to set up each of these things because it's already laid out here by them, very detailed step by step. But this first step right here, how to set up compliance, no, not that one, sorry. How to stay TCPA and CTIA compliant. This is basically the whole legal thing that you got to set up. And once you click on that, it gives you like a walkthrough step by step, like I said here, with screenshots of where you need to click in order to check, set everything up correctly. Most important thing right here is that you're going to have a checkbox that should be automatically checked off, so that when people make it to the checkout and they're giving us all their information, that box is already going to be there. So if they abandon the cart, we can market to them. That part right there is super important. And then, as you can see here, you got to update the language and just kind of follow everything here. This is the form fields that we want to require the phone number. Some stores don't have that set up as a default, and you got to put in a little bit of text into your legal pages. Again, make everything legal. Anyways, once you get through with all that setup, next thing is that we want to set up automations. There's a lot that you can actually do with this, like flows, which means like if somebody buys, maybe you wait a couple of days, you offer something else, or you say, or if they haven't bought in every 60 days, it'll check, and then it will invite them to win back the customer. There's a lot of different things you can upsell, a lot of different things you can do with flows. But the one I'm going to go over today is automations, because everybody that hires us, we set up their automations for them. The rest of the stuff, some people, if they pay us a little bit more, then we'll go into setting up either flows or building their list and actually marketing to them and stuff like that. But for now, we're going to go to automations for the abandoned cart series. For that, I have everything already set up here in this Google Doc. I'll share this with you once you're setting up your store, and it's just as easy as copy and pasting, and it says even here after how many minutes we like to send these out. So let's set up the first one. The rest of them you can set up on your own, but for this first one, after 5 minutes we want it to go out. So get rid of this. Okay, so as you can see here, they already have some default messages set up for us. So we need to go in here and we need to edit it. They like to send out the first one 15 minutes. I would like to be more aggressive, and we send it out 5 minutes after they abandon the cart. So you just have to click on it. Let's update this naming convention so we know it's more accurate. And then we want to make this go out after 5 minutes. That's our delay. And this, make sure it's enabled. And now you get an option that you can choose an image or a GIF. We've tried both ways, with or without it. They both convert pretty decently. If you can add a gift that makes sense, like let's say if you we have an account that sells Trump toys, so there's a lot of Trump gifts you can use that makes it very engaging, very funny, and will probably bring more people back to the store. Or if you have a gift of if you have a product that maybe in a GIF you can show how to use it in a quick 5-second GIF or something like that. Like that would make sense as well. So if you do use that, if you do use that option, just note, like it says here, you get actually half of the characters before you start getting charged extra messages. So just watch out for that. So for this example, we're not going to use the GIF. We're just going to start from the beginning. So I'm going to delete all of this. You just come over here, you copy, this should say actually, like that. Okay. So I'm going to copy that. Don't need that. Okay, good. So now this is what's called short codes. You've got to make sure that it has this type of bracket and the names exactly how it says right there, which you can find more short codes here. But we always want to start the message with the site name because some of these messages are going to be going out, like in this case it's going to be 5 minutes, but other ones where it goes out like 7 days later, they might not remember your store. Most people don't even remember what they had for breakfast. How can they remember they were shopping on your store 7 days ago? So we start off with the site name, and then we use their first name, make it a little more personable, and then this is the first message here. We're using another short code here that's called the abandoned checkout URL. So this will show up how it looks right here, which is a link that takes them back directly to their cart with their items that they abandoned. So that's the first one there. We're just basically saying it's a reminder. Let me see about this here. Oh, it won't let me take that out, but whatever. If this is not in here, you can always check this off, which normally I can uncheck or check. But anyways, we do need this to be compliant legally. So don't get rid of that there. And then if you can see here, I'm actually over my messages, or I'm sorry, my character. So it's charging me for 2 messages in this case. So I'm gonna see if I can edit this a little bit to keep it under 1 message, which equals, says right here, 160 characters. So one thing you can do is just copy everything here, and you can use an online tool. Whatever. You can use any of these. Okay, so it's going to count characters. I actually went over quite a bit there. So let's see what we can do. All right, so I updated this, and here is our new message. It's very short, and we're under 160 characters, so it's only going to charge us for 1 text message. It's not a big deal most of the time if you get charged for 2, but if you can tweak it a little bit and still make sense, and still have some good copy, it's mostly what I mean by make sense, like something that's actually going to convert, then go ahead and shrink it down. Other messages, as you'll see here, the next one I'll set up one more. It's a little bit better if we can send it out with a little bit more copy, so that we can actually convert some sales. All right, so you can see here what I did was I updated. It says, "Hi, first name. You forgot some items in your cart. If you're ready to complete your order, click here." Simple, right? So let me see if I can just copy all this. I'm actually going to, let's go ahead and update that. And let's go ahead and update this. So it's still actually going over the SMS counter. Is it really? Yeah. You know why? Because when I checked over here, it takes into account every single character of the URL and the name of the customer and the name of the store like this here. So it is actually going to be more than one anyway. So you know what? Why don't we just send this out? I like this copy better. Okay, we're going to get charged for the 2.8 either way, right? So that's that. Okay, good. And we'll go ahead and save it. And then the next one's supposed to be getting sent out after 4 hours. Now, this next one has a promo code of 10% off. Not every customer approves these discount codes, so you have to make sure you get it cleared by them first. Some of customers give us up to 20% off, which your first message could be 10. Then let's say you follow up once again with 15, and then you can follow up even once more at the end. This actually is supposed to be 7 days. You know, that's your best offer at the end. If you can include free shipping, this also converts very well. So you got to get that cleared through your customer, or most stores nowadays offer free shipping anyway. But let's set this one up here. All right, so okay, so this is going to be our second one. Okay, after 4 hours, make sure this is enabled. Okay. All right. This one's actually going to be 4 messages long. So let me take a look to see if I actually want to do this. So special treat from site name. Items in your cart are almost sold out. We reserved all of your great items for 24 hours. Plus, here's a promo code to get 10% off. Yes, 10 is the code. Okay, so what we could do in this particular case so that we can shrink it a little bit, I would say let's test this out. If we go site name and we say items in your cart almost sold down, we reserved all of the great items for 24 hours. Plus, how about we say plus get 10% off. Applied at checkout. Okay, and then instead of abandoned cart URL, we say add a discount. We're going to use a percentage. We're going to do 10%. And this is actually going to be a unique code for just that customer. So it's not like, even if they give it away to everybody, it will only be used one time anyway. So, you know, they can't scam you out of that. So we'll do a unique code, add a discount code. And we shrunk it down to 3, so that's good. I think that's about as much as we can do. All right, so we'll leave it at that. We'll go ahead and save it. Oh, let me look at one more thing. Special characters. What is this? Do we do special characters? Oh, wow. Is it this, or is it this? What's my special character? It says items in your cart almost sold out. Let's see. So weird. I guess it was just an extra space I had in here that was triggering an extra character. That's really weird. All right, so items in your cart are almost sold out. Or was it this? Because it used to read like that. I don't know what it was. But we reserved all the great items, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so no, it's no longer saying extra characters, which actually brought us down to 2 text messages instead of 3. So we started off with 4, but we brought it back down to 2. So awesome. Okay, so we got 2 of those. Now we just need to pretty much just do the same thing for these over here, and then the 7 days. This one, the 7-day one, check it out. On this other store, it's actually the one that's converting the most out of the other ones that are more aggressive. So you can see here, this is the one that has brought in the most revenue. And then we have a couple of upsells. The 15-minute one is number 3. You can reactivate customers that have not purchased in 60 days. I'll show you what that looks like. It just says store name. Hi, Jorge, we miss you. It has been a while since your last order. Shop this week and get free shipping. So the discount URL is there. Free shipping to all countries is what we set it to. And that's it. Super nice and simple, but it works. So here's another cool feature. We usually don't use this, but we should start using it, which is in the growth tool section. You can do forms like this one here, so we can collect text messages if we want to keep growing our audiences. So you would go to growth tools, and then we can click on, let's say, subscription form, and then you get this here. Pop-up theme. So let's say what I'm looking for is, well, you can customize these images, which would make sense, right? But what I wanted to do was, so here we go. You can customize your text like here. If you just kind of, like you just saw me do, just next step, and there's customize everything to what we wanted to do. Some customers, they call it a VIP. Some say join our newsletter. Some say new customers get 10% off. Tap to subscribe, or whatever it is the case. And we just want to give them something in exchange for their phone number. Okay, and then there was something else I was going to check here. Let's see. So visitor exiting the page. Show 15 seconds after page load. Here we go. Show on all pages. No, I want it to show only on specific pages, and that's only going to be the home page. Why? It's very annoying when you have a pop-up like this and you're trying to convert a sale. It's already hard enough to convert a sale. I mean, most stores will only convert 3% conversion rate. Some do only 1%, but if you're doing 5-6%, you're doing really good. So if you're adding something like this on your product page, it's just going to reduce that percentage, and we're already at a very low percentage, so we don't want that. All right. Anyways, I'm not going to publish this one in particular because it's not edited at all. Okay, so to give you an idea of the analytics section, if you check out the last 30 days, we have gotten a total of 5,611% ROI. Spent $18 to get $1,000 back. So this app here is pretty. It's really, really good. Gives us an amazing ROI. It pays for itself so easily. Okay. And then this right here will show you kind of like where the sales are coming from. Is it automation, or is it like maybe we sent out a blast, like a flash sale, or something like that. So that's that. You can also set it up to integrate with other apps. Right now we haven't integrated it with Klaviyo. If we figure that out, or if I dive in there, I'll do another video in regards to that. But another thing it can integrate with is one-click upsell. Some stores do have this. So if the customer abandons the upsell, you can always text them and say, hey, don't forget, we have this one-time offer for the upsell or whatever it is, only valid for 2 more hours or whatever, and create the scarcity there for them to come back and buy the upsell. Other than that, I think we're pretty much that's it. I mean, it's important, like I said, you got to set up all of the compliance and the legal things at the beginning. Otherwise, you can actually get shut down. So let me see if there's anything else. Oh, flows. I'll just touch on this a little bit. Flows, I'll show you here, is kind of like a smart marketing. Let's say something like customer win back 2-step. Fine. Okay, so you can see here it kind of does like a flow chart for you. If yes, go down this route. If no, keep marketing, that kind of thing. And you can set it up to go on for short amount of time or a long amount of time. It just depends how much you want to really, market to these guys. But text messages, I mean, everybody opens the text message. So if you're using some good copy, which may require a little bit of creativity because you want to keep those messages short and you don't want to spam people with a bunch of messages, which I don't know if I went over this in the beginning, but if you add in spacing to make it look better or more readable, you're adding in more characters and it's going to cost a lot more. So you don't want to do that. You want to keep it nice and short, one line, two liner type of things, and that will convert more sales for you. But like I said, the flows editor, we don't, like you can see here in this store, we don't have anything set up because we usually don't do that for people unless they pay us extra for text message marketing. All right, if you have any questions, let me know.